Guys, you guys are welcome to STEM 5.0. Want to believe you have been following this lecture on Forex. This is lesson 4 on the Forex trading. Erin Soribe still giving you information on tech, on e-commerce, and we have been looking at this series on Forex. Now we've looked at what is Forex, what is the financial market. We look at major currencies. We have looked at how the currencies are displayed, and now on this class we want to look at what they call base and quote currency. Base and quote currency. Now in the currency pair, in the last class we said the currency are put in pairs. We trade them in pairs. You are trading the euro against the dollar, or you are trading the Japanese yen against the New Zealand dollar. So the currency pair, in the currency pair, they have what they call the base currency, and they have what they call the quote currency. Now, what is the base currency? The first currency in the currency pair is what is known as the base currency. It's what is known as the base currency. Most times, it is the currency with the strong value, the currency with the strong economy. That is the base currency. Now, the base currency is the first currency in the currency pair. The second currency is what we call the quote currency or the counter currency. Now, when you look at a currency pair like Euro US dollar 1.2500, what that quote is telling you is that for $1, for €1, it will cost $1.2500. So if I am trading euro against dollar, for me to have €1, I'm going to have $1.2500. So if I'm trading, I believe that as the euro is going up, if I buy, because in the market you can buy or sell, if I buy the euro, I'm believing that the euro move up and the dollar decrease. That means the euro keep improving and the dollar is what decreasing. So the first currency is the base currency, and the second currency is what we call the quote currency or the counter currency. You have it on the screen here. The euro US dollar equals 1.4000. Now the value, what that means, that the value of one of the base currency into quote currency is €1 equal 1.400 US dollar. Now in the forex market, we said it as large volatility, large liquidity. So what we need to know what moves the market, because when the market moves, you make gain. A lot of people don't trade the Asian market because it has large spread and it moves slowly. What does that tell you? It tells you that the market participants are not much. So what are those things that move the market? What are those terms that we associate with the dynamics? The volatility. Volatility. Can you say it? Volatility. Now the volatility, this is when conditions of the market begin to change rapidly. When things begin to move, different factors affect the volatility. We have what they call high volatility markets, like the New York session, the London session, high volatility market, and the low volatility market. When we say high volatility market, we are looking at market that have big moves. What can cause a market to have big moves? Things that can cause a market to have big moves are things that are associated with major news release. I've said it again, when you look at our Telegram group, we put a link for you to join the Telegram group. When you look at the Telegram group, we give out information, we give out news, not generated by us, but generated by so many things that can affect the currencies. When those news are coming out, the market begin to move, and when the market move, you have what you call high volatility. and it is when the market is moving you make your gain. It's when the market is moving in any direction. If it's a bearish, if it is a bullish move, you buy and you make gain. If it is a bearish move, you sell and you still make gain. So that is the sweetness and the beauty of the forex market. In any direction the market is moving, you are making gain. But with, I will say again, with less greed, control of emotion, with the right techniques. You don't just say, oh, the market is making move, let me make it. The move can be short, the move can be long. So you have to study, you have to know the techniques to enter the market, and that is what this channel will do for you. Give you the techniques that will help you to minimize your loss and maximize your gain. So high volatility is traders paradise. Traders smile when they see high volatility. The opposite, low volatility will be a sluggish market, a slow market. No major news is released. There's no major news, nothing that is shaking the market. You have this, like maybe holidays, like the Xmas, Easter, major Thanksgiving in America. Most of those times, the market does not move much. So you don't trade because it takes time and you don't trade. So another term again associated with what they call liquidity. Liquidity is the numbers of market participants at that time. Market participant. We talked about the market participant, the major participant and the minor participant. When you have more of these participants, major and minor, in the market at the same time, the market have liquidity. So in high liquidity market, you have large market participant, corporation, hedge fund, institution, bank, commercial banks. They are making deals, people are trading, people are moving in the market. You have high liquidity. Low liquidity, less participant, not much participant. It's the worst time to trade, just like low volatility. And then you have volume. High volume is the amount of trade that is being done. When you hear like a merger, you have maybe two large banks. You have the Bank of Scotland merging with the Bank of the Federal Reserve or the Bank of America. There is a large currency will move. Dollar and euro will move. So you move with the time. So that volume has to do with the amount of order that is being made. You have a corporation. You hear that Amazon or Google want to do something, Facebook want to do a deal, float, like I said in one of the video, the second video of Facebook releasing their own currency. When they release it, the market move, people will be buying dollar to buy that currency, and since they are buying dollar, the value of dollar will increase, and then people will trade. So that volume can affect the market. Now, what are to stop here for today, what are the trading section? We have different trading section in the market. The market is 24 hours in a day, 5 days in a week, beginning on Sunday from the Asia market, ending with the US market. Now, what are the trading section in the market? We have what they call the Sydney section. The Sydney section, which is the first section, is the smallest and calmest section of the market. It begins from 4 p.m. Eastern time, over to GMT, that is 9 p.m. in the evening. Those of us in Africa and Nigeria, 9 p.m. in the evening, and we close it at 6 a.m. in the morning GMT. Then you have the second session, the Tokyo session. You have which is a bit large, the Asia section, and that is another section that starts 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern time, which is 11 p.m. So 3 hours after the Sydney session, the Tokyo session begins. So 3 hours, 11 p.m. GMT begins, and then 8 a.m. GMT it closes. And then you have the large part called the London section. London section, which is the third trading section, is the section where you have large movement, trading session, news is released, news that affects all the market is released, and the London session begins 8 a.m. GMT in the morning and closes 5 p.m. GMT in the evening. And then you have the last session of the trading day. Begin from Asia and end in New York. You have the New York section. Now the New York session is one of the largest sessions because it is majorly on the dollar. 85% of the New York session involve the dollar. You have great moves, news from Europe and news from America affect the market, and in that market it begins at 8 a.m. GMT and closes at 8 p.m. GMT. Now in these markets is where we're going to stop now. Sorry, say we'll stop at it, but let's just say this. In this market, in the different section, Asia section, the Asia section is actually the conglomeration or the amalgamation or the coming together of the Tokyo and the Sydney session. The Tokyo and the Sydney session put together make up the Asian section. Now there are currencies that move in all of this section, currencies that you need to watch out for. Now for the Asian section, currencies like the yen, like the New Zealand dollar, like the Australian dollar, these currencies are very active in that section. So if you feel like trading, if you can wake up in the night, if you're in Africa, or you are in any part of the world, you want to trade, compare the time with your Forex time converter, that is what we show you. You can trade on yen, New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar at that time. And then in the London section, you have the US dollar, the euro, the Great Britain pounds, the Swiss francs. All of these currency are more active in the London section. So when I'm trading the London section, I will not be looking at pair that have to do with yen. I will not be looking at pair that have to do with Japanese yen or Australian dollar. I should be looking at pair that have to do more with euro, with Great Britain pounds, with Swiss francs. Those are the things I should be looking at. And then for the New York session, you have to look at again too the US dollar, Canadian dollar, euro, and the Great Britain pound. So these are the currencies you need to watch out for when you are trading these sections. So in this class, in summary, we have looked at the trading section. We have looked at the volatility, terms that have to do with the market, the volatility, the liquidity, the volume, and then we have looked at the different sections that this market trade on: the Sydney session, the Tokyo session, the New York session, the London section. Now, what is the best session you think Africans should trade on? What is the best session you think Oceania should trade on? What is the best session you think those in Europe should trade on? Leave the comment below. And for you, which session do you think you can trade on? For any further question, join us in our Telegram group. Join us on our WhatsApp group where we continue the discussion there. Thank you. Follow us on all our social media group. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for next classes. In the next class, we are going to look at